did not know and could not have known that we would have this flood of illegals coming into a country which, by the way, would already be inhabited by 300 million people. Do you think they had that in mind? No, they didn't. It is clearly madness, in my view, to allow for a situation where a person need only make it across the border, have a baby, and their baby is a citizen on technicality. It imbues this kind of like weird supernatural power on the physical land itself. It seems like something from ancient times. It seems like some ancient law where if you are born on this land, you are a part of the land. You belong to the land because you were born here. This is strikingly old-fashioned and impractical for us now. And liberals are usually the ones complaining about old-fashioned, impractical things. Well, here this really is. So it should be changed. There's a test that I like to apply. I call it the cave test. Especially when we're evaluating laws and legal principles and those sorts of things. We should try to think of it, try to imagine that we've just emerged from a cave and we've never heard of this idea before. Totally foreign to us. And then someone suggests it or asks us about, like, hey, what do you think about this? What would our reaction be? Now, I know that this test doesn't always work, but the point is that there are a lot of things in the country, a lot of laws, a lot of policies that we kind of accept because it's always been that way and it's just how it is. And we were born into that system, and so we don't really question it. So I think it helps sometimes to just imagine how we would react if we had never heard of it before and someone brought it up. I always do this with Social Security. Imagine you never heard of, forget about the cave. Imagine that no, Social Security did not exist. The system didn't exist. There was no thought of the system. And then one day a politician got up there and suggested it and said, hey, I've got an idea. Here's an idea. How about the government takes money from your paycheck every single week, keeps it and holds on to it for decades, and will actually use it. And when I say holds on to it, actually does not hold on to it at all, but takes it and uses it for other things. And then once you get older, they'll start paying it back to you in small chunks without interest. Now, if someone suggested that system to you, and we had never heard of it, I think almost everyone in the country would say, no, that's crazy. What? No, I don't want that. Why in the world would I? No, thank you. I'll just take my money and put it in a savings account and keep interest, and then I'll take it out when I want. Thank you very much. That's a crazy system. That makes no sense. But we only tolerate it because from our perspective, it's always been that way. I think birthright citizenship is kind of the same thing. We're used to the idea of anchor babies, but imagine that this concept didn't exist, and then someone suggested it. They said, I've got an idea. How about this? If you are a citizen of any other country on the globe and you're pregnant, all you have to do is get across the border somehow. You can illegally works, okay? You can do it illegally, sneak across, have the baby, and your whole family gets to stay. I think if someone suggested that policy and it never existed